I've been wanting to be rid of this RV for a long time.
I'm starting to wonder if it's going to work out at all.
Just when I thought it had finally found a home, things fell through.
I'm trying not to feel too disappointed,
leaving me feeling stuck again. Until the timing finally worked out, and the RV was indeed adopted by someone with new vision and fresh energy, leaving me with the ability to pursue my true vision for this space.
I just bought my shed. This has been such a long time coming. I think a good rule of thumb for whether or not you made a right decision is if you almost cry after purchasing something.
To have an office and creative space with a passive solar greenhouse connected to the front, so that I'm no longer stuck doing all my work from my tiny cabin. Though the RV is gone and safely delivered to its new home,
All right, I've got a scoop of gravel in the bed of the truck.
there is still work to be done. I've got to prep this foundation and decide where exactly I want my new shed to go. I am on my way to purchase my new building. Okay, the person I need to talk to purchase is on her way. But she told me that the shed is open, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on in. Last time I was here, it was locked. This is a huge step for me. It's something I've been trying to do for years, and I'm finally in a place where I can do it. I think this is my office, and will become part of my future home as well. The way that the permitting is going to work for the permit I'm applying for is that I can add this square footage to the overall square footage of my home build. So we might also be looking at the very start of my future home. The construction is nothing fancy, and it's nothing I can't do myself, but I just don't have time.
I just bought my shed. Oh crap, I want to go measure the skids. Okay, I'm gonna go measure the skids.
So what I want to look at now are the skids, so that I can orient my foundation based on where those are placed.
All right, I've got a scoop of gravel in the bed of the truck and a bunch of pier blocks and stone caps. I want to get some clearance underneath this shed, both to be able to get under there to insulate the floor, but also for snow clearance in the winter. Okay, I got everything unloaded and I am now ready to break ground tomorrow morning on the foundation. This foundation is just for this shed. If it becomes part of my future home build, I'll have to do something more permanent for the foundation. For now, where exactly do I want my office to go? I thought I'd try out a few places with my desk to see what felt right, and I found it. It's like 83 degrees today. And the spot that I'm working on is right in the sun. And that is intentional because I will be building a passive solar greenhouse on the front of this shed. I chose a spot that has one of the longest sun paths on the property year round. So I will be adding windows to the front of the shed, as well as possibly replacing the existing doors with sliding glass doors. In the summer, the greenhouse will open up like a covered porch to manage heat. Okay, 2 down and 6 to go. I think it's time for an afternoon refresher. So the dogs and I are gonna go to the creek and get cooled off. This little shed and greenhouse will be like a practice run for my future home.
which I envision being a barn dominium with a passive solar greenhouse on the front as well.
Before I get much further with the footers, I do have a couple trees to drop. And I should do that before I get all my footers down and leveled, just in case the tree falls and messes one of those up. Perfect. Okay. I think I'm going to call it a day, and I'll get back to it in the morning. Good morning. I'm getting a little bit of a later start than I wanted to this morning. I still need to eat breakfast and water the garden, but I'm going to try to bang out one footer before I do any of those things. Well, I went a little wide on my gravel footer here, but this one's looking good, and I'm going to go ahead and do another one while I still have shade here. I want there to be enough clearance under the building for me to get underneath to insulate the floor from underneath. I don't want to do it from the inside down. There's already a really nice subfloor in there that I'd like to keep intact and not add any inches to the top of. And yes, I have a 4-foot level. I just can't find it. Okay. After some adjustment, I got the front line of footers completely level. So now I'm gonna set my pier blocks up there, double check everything, and then come back again when the sun has gone down behind the trees, so around 4, to do the back line. Okay, I'm a bit early. The sun is still shining. It won't be down off of this whole space for about another hour, but I just can't wait anymore. So I'm going to start to do layout. There's a 95-inch gap between the front skid and the rear skid. So I'm going to measure everything out and just start getting some things laid out to get that back row done. And once I finish this rear row of footers, I'm ready for my shed to be delivered. It is always so wild to me how bad we are at deciphering level with the naked eye, because that to me very much looks like this corner to my left is higher than the block that is set in behind me. And I've checked it with 2 different boards like 7 different times, and it is spot on level. But it does not look it. I gotta trust the bubble. Okay, everything is level. Last footer is down. The only discrepancy is that this last footer right here is it's less than a 1/4 inch, but it's not quite perfectly level to this one. But because everything else is level, they're level to their cross supports. When the driver gets here, if we need to add a shim or 2, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm gonna call that good and take a shower. In the morning, I will come back out,
clean up my site and show you the nice finished footers project. Good morning. The very last thing I'm going to do is lay some roof underlayment between the blocks here to act as a moisture barrier for my shed floor. Roof underlayment is what I have, and it'll work just fine for this purpose. Not only will this material act as a moisture barrier, but it'll also give me something to lay on while I'm insulating the floor from underneath the shed. I'm glad I had it laying around. When I get underneath the building to insulate the floor, I will add more rocks to weigh down the underlayment. I don't want it in my way until I'm done with that project, but stay tuned. The next time I see y'all, there will be a shed here. All I have to do now is just wait for that delivery call and get this workspace fully cleaned up. Well, almost all cleaned up. See y'all later.